Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome once more to my show this moment. And I want to say good anytime you receive or operate this YouTube channel. In fact, greetings to ladies and gentlemen who are very serious about knowing exactly why the world is suffering from this COVID-19 virus that has ravaged the world. You go to Europe, there is lockdown, the economy is going down. In America, it's the same problem. In China, it's the same problem. And even in Africa, where poverty is the order of the day. My little paper, as I told you last time, is how to reveal exactly where the source of the problem is. This problem is not China. China is just the scapegoat, because this is the style of the little horn power. When they want to kill, they will look for a scapegoat and put the blame on. What I'm telling you is the truth and nothing but the truth. They did that to Hitler, they did that to Napoleon Bonaparte, and many others I may not mention here. They look for the scapegoat, and that is the person to suffer, or the nation to suffer. And today you have the Nazi, and they tell you Nazi is bad, blah blah. The little horn is behind the game and was behind the game. This time around, it is not China. This time around is the church itself, as I told you. And I'm going to give you from my little paper what I have for you this moment. You know, I want to tell you that scientists have discovered that the bat is the source of this problem. You see, when the devil knows that he wants to succeed, what he does is he will take nature and put it in a situation where man will suffer from nature. He used corn to make beer, and you know what alcohol can cause. I don't want to mention a plethora of what the devil has used to kill humans. This time around, it is the bat. Now, scientists say bats, you know, they mutilated this virus to another animal, that is the civet cat. And from the civet cat, it mutilated to man itself who ate. That's in 2002. And the death toll was 800. That's the COVID-19. It began in 2002. Now, from bats again, 2013, it mutilated to the camel, then to man, and it killed 850 in 2013. Then in 2019, which was last year, it has mutilated from the bat down to the pangolin and now to man. And we are having almost 200,000 dead. And we shall have more, as the World Health Organization is presuming, because the situation is deadly. So, if we study it very well, the exponential multiplication has been, somehow progressive to its peak. It's getting up time and again. This time around, the next paper we are going to handle, which is the little paper continuing. We shall begin with with point 1, which is the sway of Bible doctrines masterminded by the church. And that is why we said the church is responsible for this problem, whether we like it or not. The sway of doctrines begins as the early Christian church, sidelined the held rules, which was forbidden for man to eat unclean animals. But man started eating animals indiscriminately, whether clean or unclean. You see, the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, forbids the consumption of unclean animals, birds, fishes, and insects, and even their carcasses that we shouldn't touch or tamper with them. Unfortunately, man, with his attitude of going to extremes, does not only touch these carcasses of unclean species as denounced by God, but eats them. And the church has made a doctrine about it. This is where the trouble is. And that's why the church is to blame, because the church was sent to save man. Another typical case is the consumption of human flesh by man, or call them cannibals. Humans eat human, even up till date. You bear with me? There are tribes till date that take human flesh as part of their diet. You want to know it? Go to many countries and carry out a research. You will see what I'm telling you. Unfortunately, the church Jesus Christ left had to change this doctrine, though Jesus himself never tasted anything unclean during his lifetime on earth. You see, the church doctrine now says you only have to bless, the food you want to eat, whatever animal, clean or unclean, and your meal is fit for consumption. That's it. That's what the church says. Many churches have that doctrine. Unfortunately, two bats, camels, the civet cat, and the pangolin fall among these unclean animals, including monkeys, where scientists claim the Ebola virus comes from. HIV/AIDS, Ebola, SARS, Corona-19, and many more that Luciferians will use to kill humans possess their factory for difficult and dangerous viruses and diseases capable of destroying the world as their biological war strategy if the church had heeded to God's word and educated the world. Thus, these deadly diseases wouldn't have come from that source. That is true. The church is the pure woman to Jesus Christ, who is a husband. If we go to the Bible in Ephesians chapter 5, verses 22 to 26, and Revelation 12, verses 1 to 2, the church is a pure woman. You see? As today some women are headed to their husbands, so the church has developed doctrines against God's word to suit their whims and caprices. This is true. If a man did not consume bats and pangolins, COVID-19 would have had no corridor to human sufferings. I take that again. If man did not consume bats and pangolins, COVID-19 would not have had a corridor into human sufferings. Okay, we may argue and debate on this topic. One thing is sure, scientists blame and connect most of these deadly diseases to unclean animals, whether we like it or not. This clearly reveals that the church did not take its homework seriously and is responsible for this disaster even before the creation of the Chinese state. Yeah, from the early 80s, there was no China, Republic of China. If you go to history, medieval age history, where was China? That's it. So the church had violated God's disobedience. False doctrines from the Bible God gave them when Jesus Christ left for them. He himself did not violate these rules. He didn't eat unclean. If you have any proof, I will be very happy you show me. Christ never ate anything unclean. But the church is eating and says if you bless human flesh, you can eat. That's the doctrine. So who now is responsible for the coronavirus 19? Who is responsible? To prove this, why are scientists not mentioning clean animals like the goat, the sheep, cows in connection to these deadly viruses? We are not saying diseases may not come from cows or some clean animals when malhandled, but the deadliest of these diseases emanates from unclean animals. That's true. My little paper here may conclude that where, or if possible, man should go back to the original diet given to him in the Garden of Eden. See Genesis chapter 1 verse 26. Or better still, follow the advice of the United Nations of a vegetarian diet to avoid further flesh to man diseases. My brothers and sisters, I call you brothers and sisters because we are all children from Adam. Ladies and gentlemen, you have your philosophy, I have my philosophy. The truth is that so long as man will live to eat unclean animals, more deadly viruses will be manufactured for man. See how we are suffering. Look at how many people have died in Europe. How many people have died in America and they are still dying. In China, they are hiding it. They are still dying. Where will I call? In Africa, it has begun, and Bill Gates' wife is saying something. Follow the social media. Though some things we put in social media are not good. Follow her, you hear what she's saying. That Africa will be littered with corpses shortly. And Africa should be ready. It's not a joke. They are the people who are doing all this, playing all these games. He has the money. Yeah. So if you think it is a joke, the problems we are facing already has just begun. I am reporting from West Africa as usual. I am Joe Clark, reporting from West Africa, from Abang's Media. God bless you.